Hey y'all, and welcome to week 5 of the Phenomenal Brand Accelerator. This week we are talking about Canva. I know I referenced the last week about the templates that you can get inside of Canva or that can be edited inside of Canva, but I do want to go over Canva basics lessons on simple ways that you can upgrade your Canva game outside of just the basic templates that they have. So essentially we'll go over easy ways to upgrade your Canva game and how to make things from scratch inside of Canva. So I'll be teaching you how to make the same sets of flyers. And yeah, we'll go from there. So first things first, to open up Canva, just go to canva.com. And once you're in your home tab, you'll have your recommended, your designs, things that are shared with you, your content, all your folders, like your member, Phenomenal Media Group, everything's under that. But you'll also see one that says Brand Kit. One of the capabilities of Canva Pro, and why I always recommend that everyone upgrades to Canva Pro if they're going to use Canva for their business, is the ability to upload your brand kit directly into Canva. So I have my color palette uploaded into here. I have all my brand fonts uploaded into here. So I'm not stuck just using what Canva uses, and I can really keep up my brand identity, along with a crap ton of other features that are exclusive to Canva Pro, which we will get into. So first things first, let's show how to create a basic design. I'm going to show you how to create a simple flyer. So we're going to create design. We'll go 1080 by 1080 Instagram post. I'm not going to show you the exact same one as the Photoshop one, but I will show you something different. So normally what people would do is they come over, they click over here, and they would use one of these, and that would be that. What I'm going to encourage you to do is actually build from scratch on your own. So we'll say we click the background. I know I want a tan background. And then I'll kind of show you how we'll create some of my like newer content that I've been creating. So I would then go to element, say I wanted to make like a text post. I'm like, okay, I want a line. So I would take this line. Up here is where you control the line weight. I'd like it a little thinner. Pull it in. If you want to keep it straight and at certain angles, so it can't just get to any in-between angles, so like increments, you can hold your shift key and then change your colors. You see how my untitled palette, because I didn't name my brand kit, shows up here. So now that's there, those are their default colors. So I don't have to worry about doing this every single time. My colors are just automatically populated. Then I want this, so I'm gonna rotate it to 90 degrees. Okay, cool, because I want it straight up and down. And so if you see my content, you know this is the style that like I like to do a lot. It's like this little Dropbox all over my website, pretty much everywhere. Then from there, I'm like, okay, you have all these lines and shapes. So I can go in lines and shapes. Okay, I want like the outline of a rectangle. Cool, cool. Drag this up, adjust it there. I'm like, I want to change the color. Then again, I just click there, change the color, and that gives me a lot of editing capabilities. You can also animate it, make it do a lot of fun animations. I'm not an animation person when it comes to Canva. I don't think it's necessary, but it is an easy way for you to create motion graphics if you're interested in creating motion graphics using Canva. You can adjust the position. You can have it aligned at the top, the middle, the bottom, left, right, and center. Always press center on everything and then adjust based on my own desires and needs of where I want stuff to be. Like, okay, I don't like how those line up. I want to make the line weight of this a little thicker so it matches up. And there, so you can see that the end of it is curved. So what you can do, and some of the features they offer, is set them how your line is. So whether you have a flat ended line, curved, dotted, so you can change things there. So I'm like, okay, I want a line with flat ends. You can also choose other ends here and how you would like them, kind of like arrows. And then again, position, center, line page, you can change the layers here. This allows you to copy designs. This allows you to control how opaque something is. This allows you to link things. This locks them in place, similar to how we lock layers in Photoshop. This duplicates things. So we would duplicate that page or duplicate that item. Now there are 2 of them. And then obviously the trash can deletes things. So that's into the base. So the next thing I could do is if I wanted to go into uploads, I have a bunch of photos of them. Say I'm like, okay, I like this photo and I want to put this photo on the graphic. One of the things, but I'm like, I don't want all this background. One of the things that having Canva Pro allows you to do is to hit edit image, background remover, and it'll automatically remove the backgrounds from your photos. But like I said, that is a Canva Pro only feature. And that's one of the reasons that I feel like it's worth investing in, is it saves if you don't want to work in Photoshop and you need to get the background off of things, boom, it's there. So now I can drop it there on my graphic And now, I'm floating in the corner and I don't have to worry about cutting it out myself manually in Photoshop, similar to what we talked about in the other lesson. Canva does it automatically for you. There are a ton of other things you can do. You have smart mockups and frames, which we will talk about a little later when we're recreating the template, like I showed you how to do for Photoshop. So you can have my logos would be uploaded here. We have tons of elements. We have lines, photos, other graphics, especially moving graphics, videos, audio, a ton of stuff. Different graphics like that. Frames, if you put a frame on something, similar to what we talked about in Photoshop, you can then drag photos into it and it'll automatically go to that shape. So like I said, very similar to Photoshop, and you'll also see that come up when we talk about templates. Let's say I have this here, now I just wanna add text, so I wanna say, okay, and now my branded text pop up here, they populate automatically. So I can say, hey, Phenomenal Brand Accelerator. I wanna make it bigger, so I can just drag it bigger. If I wanna change the color, I can just change it, highlight that part of it that I wanna change, and go up here. Okay, I want it to be white. And then I would take this, and I wanna say like, join now. Make it a lot bigger. But say y'all know I like my font to be a lot bolder. So what I can do is I can go in to all the fonts I have. I use Montserrat Classic when I'm inside of here, and I like to space them out and play with the kerning. So then you have letter spacing and line spacing. And so I can then space it out, okay, till about, I generally use 300. So I can space it out to 300. Okay, and now you just kind of play and move things, and generally that is the basics of using Canva and just playing with it. Other things you can do when you edit image, you have filters, all that stuff. You can adjust like the brightness of your photos, your contrast or saturation. You can adjust here. A lot of cool stuff you can do. You can crop things, you can flip things. This will just give you info about the photo, animate things, and all that fun stuff. And so that is exactly how you would create a flyer from scratch in Canva. And now we'll head on to the next unit, which is editing templates.